BJP has been a rampaging electoral army, decimating opponents who come in its wake. The one part of the country where the BJP's Ashwamedh Ghoda is still struggling to make inroads is in the southern part of our country, where apart from Karnataka, the BJP hasn't made much progress. Will things change in time for the 2024 elections, or will this continue to be an uphill ride? Will the BJP be able to take Telangana, make inroads into the politics of Tamil Nadu, or is the south of India fundamentally opposed to the Hindutva brand of politics? To talk about the emerging politics south of the Vindhya, I am delighted to be joined at the India Today Mumbai Conclave, because it would be highly stereotypical to do this kind of a conversation sitting either in Chennai or Bengaluru, and therefore we invited these four young, bright, fiery stars of South India politics all the way to Mumbai. Can we have a round of applause as I welcome to the India Today Conclave Tejasvi Surya, National President of the BJP Yuva Morcha, Member of Parliament. Flanking him, we've got Mr. Annamalai, State President of the BJP in Tamil Nadu. He's a star on TV and also on social media, but is his politics more in the air or on the ground? We'll find out in this session and from here on. Representing the Congress, we've got one of the bright stars of the Congress in Karnataka, the one state where the party thinks it will be able to launch its fight back against the BJP. Join me in welcoming Dinesh Gundu Rao, in charge of the All India Congress Committee of Tamil Nadu, Puducherry, Goa. He's been part of Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Yatra and can give us a sense of how that yatra is going and what it means for national politics. Last but not least, Dr. Kanimozhi NVM Somu, Member of Parliament of the DMK. Can we have a warm round of applause, please? I want to start by taking on what's going on in Karnataka, and we'll start with Tejasvi Surya, because it's in Karnataka that the opposition, Congress, senses its big opportunity. They're leveling your government corrupt. They say this is pay CM. This is where they think the BJP is on the defensive. This is where Dinesh Gundu Rao and Rahul Gandhi think they can start their fight back against the Bharatiya Janata Party. So let's start from there. The Congress's Bharat Jodo Yatra went through Karnataka. It seemed to have been a big success. The BJP at this moment in Karnataka seems to be on the defensive.
Rahul, thank you so much for having me here. The Congress party is an endangered species in the nation today and is almost on its way to extinction. And they hope that Karnataka can be the last shot at survival. But I can tell you very certainly, Rahul, I was very closely following the Bharat Jodo Yatra. Rahul Gandhi spent more than 20 days in Karnataka, and we have always seen wherever he goes, whichever state he spends more time, we have seen the proportionate corresponding decline of the Congress party there. And I can tell you that the Bharat Jodo Yatra was a non-starter in Karnataka. As far as the allegations that the Congress party has made and run very distasteful campaigns like the Pay CM, 40% Sarkar, etc., I can only say this. It was when Mr. Siddaramaiah was the Chief Minister that the Congress party systematically and in a very calculated manner destabilized and dismantled the Lokayukta institution. They created an unconstitutional institution called the Anti-Corruption Bureau, the ACB, which unceremoniously the High Court of Karnataka declared as unconstitutional. The legacy of the Congress, whether it is in Karnataka or whether it is outside, has been one of corruption, nepotism and appeasement. Their rule in Karnataka has not been anything different. The Congress, while it was in power, enabled terrorists from the PFI and SDPI a free run, withdrew cases on more than 1,700 people who were in jails, and they unleashed a reign of terror in Karnataka, a state known for its harmony and prosperity. When they were in power, they not only systematically destabilized institutions whose mandate was vigilance and anti-corruption, but they also actively indulged in massive corruption themselves. The former national president of the Congress party, as well as the sitting president of the Congress party in Karnataka, are both on bail on corruption charges, and they are making allegations on the BJP today. My challenge to the Congress and its proponents today is, if you want to make an allegation of corruption on the BJP or our state government in Karnataka, do not do so in media. Do not do so in public meetings. The time for hit and run politics, spit and scoot politics is done. In India, we have an independent judiciary. Go to the police station, file cases. If the police does not accept an FIR, go to courts. Go to the Supreme Court, go to the High Court, go to CVC, go to CAG. There are multiple institutions. Till today, not a single piece of evidence has been forthcoming other than baseless, malicious allegations by a leadership who has no credibility left.
Spit and scoot. There is a big World Cup taking place at this time. That World Cup is in Gandhinagar and in Shimla. Rahul Gandhi is doing net practice in Karnataka and Telangana. And people are wondering, is he playing the match which, he'll be judged on? Your Bharat Jodo Yatra so far through Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Karnataka is a success. But your critics will say that that is not what you will be measured against. When the results are counted on the 8th of December, if the Aam Aadmi Party overtakes the Congress in Gujarat, that is what will overshadow everything that the Yatra has done for that. Rahul Gandhi continues to display that he doesn't have his immediate political priorities right. Dinesh Gundu Rao.
No, thank you, Rahul, for calling me here. Firstly, before I get on to the subject of the Bharat Jodo, my dear colleague has dished out a lot of misleading facts and utter lies in front of all of you. He said that 1,500 PFI activists were released. We've in fact written to the government, the present government, our opposition leader wrote a letter and said, please give us a list of the PFI activists who were released by the then Congress government. They haven't even replied to that. He spoke about the ACB being reinstated. They didn't reinstate the ACB. Okay, when we were there, the Lok Ayukta, when we had formed the ACB, the Anti-Corruption Bureau, the High Court did it, not their government. So it's not his credit that we've empowered the Lok Ayukta, whereas in Delhi, nobody can even hear of the Lokpal. Lokpal was the biggest issue that this country was facing when we lost the election. And for many, many years, Mr. Modi didn't even think about forming the Lokpal. So from where is he talking from this, with so much of arrogance and this overconfidence? See, for the BJP, it's not just the Congress. They want to destroy all political parties. Because for them, they want an authoritarian state. They want to control everything, control the media, control the institutions, control the ED. Karnataka's corruption is skyrocketing. It's not the Congress's allegation, Mr. Surya. It is the Contractors Association president who wrote to the Prime Minister saying that commissions are going, the corruption has gone sky high. We can't afford to pay this kind of commission. People have committed suicide. Mentioning a minister's name, a contractor committed suicide. That's not the Congress party who's saying this. So don't put everything onto the Congress's bucket and say that it's got nothing to do with us and that Congress is making false allegations. Firstly, your government is corrupt. Fortunately for your ministers, fortunately for your chief minister, fortunately for all of you people, your ED, IT is in your pocket. Will they even think of raiding one minister in Karnataka? Will they take action on one minister or one BJP politician? All the corrupt people join BJP, they get protection. Whoever is against the BJP, they are being harassed. You said our president is on bail. For the last 3 years, ED has been summoning him, calling him. Again, now the ED has given another fresh warrant on the same allegations. So if your ED is doing your bidding and if he is your lapdog, then you don't come and tell us that he is on bail. So, this is the way the country is running. Rahul Gandhi, you're saying, is on bail. For what? What is the allegation? It's been for so many years you've been handling the case. If there was some real concrete evidence, you should have arrested him. ED makes him calls him for 5 days for an issue which could have been done in 1 hour, makes him sit from morning to evening, and you harass him. See, you're using these agencies to harass people, to threaten people, to blackmail them, and say, if you don't come to BJP, we will finish you. So don't sit on this podium and talk like you're the saviors of the country. You are destroying the foundations of this country. And for Bharat, and coming to the Bharat Jodo Yatra. Rahul, now Bharat Jodo Yatra is not conceived just based on a state election. That is a program starting from Kanyakumari to Kashmir. It will conclude in February. What happens in this country, there will be elections all the time. Karnataka will be having elections after Gujarat and Himachal. Let us wait for the results of Gujarat and Himachal. Why are you already jumping to a conclusion that you know the results? So let us wait for the results. But the Bharat Jodo Yatra is a tremendous success. Tejasvi Surya says it's a non-starter. That shows how blind he is or how deaf he is. Because the reception Rahulji has got, right from Kanyakumari, I've been part of it for many days. It's been a great program. So accept good things. I won't say that Congress is all good and BJP is all bad. There are good things in BJP, there are bad things in BJP. There are good things in Congress, there are bad things in Congress. But when you see something good happening, you should accept it. When something is successful, you should have the conviction to say that yes, it's a decent program. But by saying it's a non-starter, you're making a fool of yourself in front of this audience, because people have seen the response that the Yatra has got. So let's not get into these kind of, just because you have the backing of the establishment, you can say what you want. The Jodo Yatra, Bharat Jodo Yatra, has got its own agenda, has got its own mission. Election politics, that's another issue altogether. We have a new Congress president. Rahulji very clearly said that he won't be the Congress president. No Gandhi will be the Congress president. He has stuck by his word. We have got a new president. We are also, we understand the situation. We are facing a tough time. We are facing a challenging time. But don't write us off. And don't be so arrogant to say that the Congress is finished and this is the, we are on the last leg. Because this arrogance is what is going to bring you down. Mark my words, Mr. Surya. And those are my opening remarks, Rahul. After that, I'll make further comments later on.
Before I put my first question to our next speaker, let me tell you a little bit about Annamalai. He's a former police officer, has been superintendent of police in Udupi, in Ramanagara, is considered by the BJP as the bright young star in Tamil Nadu politics. So here's a man you'll hear a lot more about in the years to come. You saw him here first at the India Today Conclave in Mumbai, outside of his own home ground. Now the problem is you have a very tough batting wicket. You've got Dr. Kanimozhi's party and the AIDMK in a bipolar contest in Tamil Nadu. And the BJP would like people to believe that they can make inroads. The AIDMK is weakening. You're talking about a spiritual blend of politics to take on the Dravidian belt of politics. But the fact is that Tamil Nadu for the last 4 decades has been in the throes of a Dravidian brand of politics. And therefore, you're now trying to create a new version or a new stream of thought in Tamil Nadu politics, which the state has rejected many decades ago. Why do you think you'll be able to get some purchase?
Thank you, Rahul, for having me here. The beginner spirit of the Dravidian movement, no doubt about that. It was created at a certain point of time when it was needed. 1949, DMK was formed. They were in power for 5 times. This is the 6th time they are sitting in the CM's chair. If you look at where it started and where it is now, what started with a lot of promise about welfare economics, making sure the underprivileged and the poor, they come out of their natural cyclical bondage. It has become a one family, one dynasty. If you look at the DMK party itself in Tamil Nadu now, if you look at the 2nd or 3rd generation MLAs and MPs now, I could at least name about 20-22 people right now who are 3rd generation. So the promise that was there in 1949 has almost vanished now. And it was a different time. BJP had its first MLA in 1996. DMK and ADMK, very well established parties even before BJP made an attempt to enter Tamil Nadu. They were in power in 1967. ADMK came to power in 1972. We had some very charismatic leaders. Annamalai, Kalaignar Karunanidhi, M.G. Ramachandran, Jayalalitha. Movie idols, great fan following, translated that into political dividends. If you look at the current state of politics, everybody in Tamil Nadu know the concept of Dravidian movement has lost its charm because they are not keeping its promise with the original beginner spirit. It has become corrupt, it has become a family oriented, it has become a dynastic oriented. Now BJP Tamil Nadu, in 2022, if you look at the BJP now, it is doing far better across India with respect to the earlier part of the Dravidian governments in Tamil Nadu, the first government in 67 or the later governments. So we really believe Tamil Nadu is yearning for a change. It wants a change. The voice of youth is very clear. They don't want to get trapped into this dynasty, one generation after the other coming and ruling. And especially people who sit in Delhi or Mumbai, when they look at Tamil Nadu politics, they have a very tinted view of Tamil Nadu politics. To define DMK politics, it's 3M. The first M is nothing but media. You take the media control, you run family-owned channels, you say the same story and again over a point of time, you make people to believe. So more than any other political party, they run more TV channels. They spin a story, spin a narrative. The second is movies. Every single DMK person is either a movie producer or a movie actor. MK Stalin tried his luck as an actor. The current, his son is a big time movie producer. 70% of Tamil Nadu movies is doing it. The third M is myth. DMK thrives on myth. The North-South, the Dravidian Aryan, the Tamil which is being pushed to a corner by the Delhi people. So the myth is getting broken down in this current age and time with technology, social media, the YouTube channels, all kinds of commentators coming in. The media is rightfully taking its space. We are getting a lot of independent channels. The movie industry is still in its throw. I would clearly say 2024 is going to be a watershed year for BJP. That is the time the Tamil politics is going to come out of this 3M. No ground level charismatic leaders. Look at the DMK chief minister now. 16 years into a government. Have you seen a CM who is more unpopular than this? Chennai was underwater 50 years back when his father was the CM. Chennai is underwater now 50 years later when he is the CM. This is the kind of Dravidian development model they want the whole of India to believe. And some part of India is also believing it, unfortunately.
Dr. Kanimozhi, I was studying the recent electoral data, which suggests that in the urban body polls that happened in February 2022, the BJP picked up substantially more votes, 9.26 lakh votes, which is about 5.4% of the total votes cast, which is more than double the votes that they picked up in the last elections. People like Annamalai will say, we have got our foot in the door. By the time of the next general elections, we'll be able to break the door down. The larger political trend is that the AIDMK is weakening. The Congress is sitting on your piggyback. And therefore, we can then be the opposition to the DMK. He senses an opportunity here.
Thank you, first of all, for giving me an opportunity to explain the Dravidian movement across India, which has been running in Tamil Nadu. I would take up the discussion by thanking India Today. In its India Today magazine, 2021 reported that one of the best performing states is Tamil Nadu and one of the popular CMs is Chief Minister Mr. M.K. Stalin. Thank you so much for that. That is the start of my point. And I would like first to take up the questions of the 3 M's what our BJP state president has been putting across. Media is something that's common for everyone. Whether it is DMK, AIADMK, it can be Congress, it can be BJP. Anybody can get into media, act, produce, direct, and everything can be done. If the people like it, you're going to get clicked. It's nothing like you go and bribe and ask them to see a movie or do something like that. It's just one's own skill keep-ups there. Our great leader, Kalaignar M. Karunanidhi, was from the cinefield world. He came from there. M.G. Ramachandran, Jayalalitha, everybody has acted movies and come across to the state politics. So I think that is not a great thing which he has put across. Next one, he was talking about generation. Let's not get into nepotism. I think it's there in all the political parties across India, not only in DMK, it's there in BJP, it's there in Congress. It's like how people understand the politics and the family comes into it. It's just that. It's that we are not preventing anybody else getting into politics. That also needs to be understood. This is what Mr. Annamalai said. I'm just getting it there.
Okay.
Now, you are talking about the vote share of the local elections. In Tamil Nadu, what we run is the Dravidian government. This Dravidian government is not just from 1949, as BJP state president has said. It's been even past more than that. We are into social justice. That is one thing taking us forward in all the elections until now. Now, Annamalai has said they have had an increase in the votes. Yes, they have had an increase. Either they have been banking on one of the Dravidian parties in Tamil Nadu to run the horses. Otherwise, I don't think never ever BJP has contested as a single party in Tamil Nadu. Let's take it for the fact, even once upon a time, even DMK was in alliance with BJP. At that time, the face of BJP was totally different. It was Vajpayee's face.
So let me put that question to Annamalai, because you did pick up 34.26% of the vote share on the 20 seats that you contested, but you contested in association with the AIADMK. She's essentially saying, fight on your own. The people of Tamil Nadu will tell you where you stand.
Rahulji, the point you made in the last urban local body elections, BJP contested alone. BJP contested alone without alliance with any of the Dravidian parties. We came third in the state. The numbers speak for itself. I'm looking at a party like DMK 1967 till 2022. They haven't contested a single election alone. The very Rajaji, whom they spoke ill of Rajaji when he was the chief minister of the state, when DMK launched a protest against Rajaji, 1967, for the very first time when DMK came to power, their alliance partner was Sri Rajaji. Every single election you look at it, DMK never came to power by standing alone. In fact, 1996, when they talk about the Dravidian movement, 50 years after DMK formed, in 1996 when DMK came to power, it was in a minority. It was in a minority with Congress. It is not that they were in a majority. So it is not that, like what they claim, BJP is trying to piggyback on some Dravidian major to get the vote share. Now the ground is very clear. People see a shift. People want leaders on the ground who can implement welfare economics without corruption, without the dynastic influence. So I think it's an entirely wrong argument.
Dinesh Gundu Rao, does this rankle the Congress that there is no state in Tamil Nadu, there's no state in the south where the Congress could potentially win on its own? In Karnataka, we'll know in a few months, but in Tamil Nadu, without Kanimozhi's party's support, you would be nowhere. In Kerala, you could potentially do well, but you lost in a state where typically you should have come back to power. So the Congress is, as Tejasvi says, on a weakening wicket. They're of course thinking of this becoming a Bharat Mukt Congress or Congress Mukt Bharat. That may not happen immediately, but yours is investment with declining fortunes.
See, Rahul, in Karnataka, very clearly, we are the number one party today. The BJP strategy is, they know that they can't win this election. So their strategy is to see that the Congress somehow doesn't form the government, that they don't get a majority. Because as a government, they are totally unpopular. Corruption is, Annamalai was talking about corruption and dynastic politics in Tamil Nadu. There's corruption and dynastic politics in BJP in Karnataka. Yediyurappa's family, Udasi family, I can name many families. Jagdish Shettar's family. There are many families in Karnataka in BJP. And corruption is, I think, number one in India today. So I wonder why for Tamil Nadu there's a different stroke and for Karnataka there's a different stroke. Secondly, how much has BJP actually grown in Tamil Nadu? Out of 12,601 seats in the recent elections, they have won 308 seats. Out of 12,601 seats, BJP wins 308 local body seats. In 2011, they had won 226 seats. So where is the growth? And in this 308 seats that the BJP has won in Tamil Nadu, 200 are from Kanyakumari, where Kanyakumari, Congress and BJP fight. And there's been a BJP MP there. So in the rest of Tamil Nadu, leaving out Kanyakumari, they won 108 seats. But they create this story. Oh, BJP is growing in Tamil Nadu. We are the number 3 state. Number 3 state of what? We are all in alliance. We fought in alliance. So our vote share is all DMK is number 1, AIADMK is number 2. Congress has contested limited number of seats and we won more than them because we are in alliance. I agree. See, BJP has got a right to expand. I'm not saying no. They should make an effort. That's the right of every political party to grow in any state. But to claim that I am number 3, you win 308 out of 12,000 seats and you say I'm number 3. What are you rejoicing? So the way they can spin a story is wonderful. And they have got great spin masters and great way of propagating these kind of stories. So I would say that Congress, we are in #1 position in Karnataka. Kerala, yes, we and it's the left front.
No, you may be #1 position right now, but Congress is a bit like the Bangladesh cricket team from the World Cup. If you're watching that match between India and Bangladesh, you know, even if you were a even if you were an India fan, you would have got a sense that Bangladesh is on a strong wicket. Bangladesh somehow, and thankfully for India, found a way of snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. The Congress nowadays, unfortunately, is a bit like that Bangladesh team. They may be ahead, but they'll find some way of botching it up.
Yeah, see, I admit that the Congress has to strengthen itself, reorganize itself. We are in the process of doing many things, and we have to also face up to the task. I'm not denying that everything is perfect, everything is great. I'm just saying the facts on the ground today is, if you look at all the recent elections in Karnataka, we had MLC elections, by-elections, we've given them an equal fight.
You also have a lot of infighting between DK
so,
Shivkumar, between Siddaramaiah.
And Tamil Nadu, we've been traditionally either with DMK or ADMK, we've been always aligning with them.
I'm
now,
talking about
Annamalai says that he is #3. That means, and he's talking against.
No, I'm talking about infighting in Karnataka between Siddaramaiah and Shivakumar.
See, I think every party has got some issues, but we have sorted it out. We are all together, and there's no
like Sachin Pilot and Gehlot in Rajasthan, they've sorted it out.
In Karnataka, as far as I'm talking about Karnataka, we are all together. We have even in the Bharat Jodo Yatra, all the leaders were together, and we will campaign together, and we will win the state. And I think Karnataka will be the turning point in India's political landscape.
You know, it's interesting.
Rahul, I just want 30
I'm
seconds.
coming to Tejasvi because Dinesh Gundu Rao is not speaking about Gujarat. He's not speaking about Himachal Pradesh, which is where elections are being held
talking
now.
about South India.
He's speaking about Karnataka as the big hope for the Congress in the months to come. And there, Tejasvi, you're such a young, firebrand, aggressive leader. It must really irritate you that when it comes to Karnataka, you and the BJP are on a weak wicket. Like even the BJP, when you talk to them off the cameras, would accept that they haven't been able to administer Karnataka the way they would have liked to. What really went wrong for the BJP in Karnataka? Why did the Bharatiya Janata Party, which came to power with so many promises, not be able to live up to the promises you made to the people
Rahul,
of Karnataka?
I'm extremely sorry. I don't know from where you are getting this picture of BJP is on a weak wicket. I can understand Mr. Dinesh Gundu Rao delusionally saying that we are party #1, we are party #1, while we are party #1. That's why we are in government. They are in opposition. So, I mean, facts are clear. But the state, just as we speak, Rahul, has concluded the Global Investors Summit. The Chief Minister has announced that the state has attracted the highest number of foreign investment, the highest FDI that India attracted, the highest share of it came to Karnataka. There is tremendous progress happening in all aspects of the state's governance and state society. The Congress is making allegations left, right and center. Not a single one is ever proved in any court of law. The people are with the BJP. Even just last week, the BJP organized a OBC Sammelan in the Hyderabad, Karnataka region, which the Congress says is a area where the BJP is traditionally weak. We had lakhs of people gathering there and supporting the Honorable Chief Minister and his governance. So the very assumption or the premise that the BJP is on a weak wicket in Karnataka is false, and it will be proven emphatically false when the state goes to polls next year. Having said that, I only want to make one comment. Here we are assembled in Mumbai. About 3 decades ago, it was in this state, in this city, that Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji laid the foundations for the Bharatiya Janata Party. This city is in many ways the Janma Bhumi of this party. It was then that Atal ji said, Andhera niklega, Suraj khilega, Kamal khilega. 30 years ago, the same political commentators, the same kind of numbers were read out, BJP was written off. The BJP was branded as a party which is upper caste, which is Hindi, Hindu, Hindutva party restricted to the north of India. The BJP had only 2 MPs. But today, we have 303 MPs. We have governments in the east of India. We have government in the south of India. We have government in the west and the north of India. If there is one party that is truly representing and uniting India, it is the Bharatiya Janata Party. And mark my words when I say this, Rahul, a very short period from now, less than a decade from now, the BJP will be forming governments in Tamil Nadu, in Kerala, Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, and Dinesh Gundu Rao will be there, hopefully, to see that and join us in the celebrations that time.
You're inviting him to the BJP?
Join means, what do you mean by join?
Celebrations.
Are you sending me an ED notice by any chance?
If an ED notice comes, you'll join the BJP.
See, my statement is, anyone who's corrupt, join the BJP, you'll be safeguarded.
No, you spoke
I won't be joining the BJP.
Hindi, Tejasvi. Now, parties like the DMK say that the BJP is trying to impose Hindi. We've started teaching medical sciences in Hindi as well, engineering in Hindi. Dr. Kanimozhi and her party are deeply uncomfortable with what the BJP is trying to do in terms of trying to foist Hindi suzerainty over everybody else.
Rahul, for a very long time, the Dravidian parties and the Congress has repeatedly tried to create this bogey of Hindi imposition on the BJP. But let me put a few facts before this august audience which will dispel this once and for all. If there is one political party in India that has to answer the charge of Hindi imposition in India, it is flatly the Congress party. In the Constituent Assembly, when the Congress party and its then leaders tried to declare Hindi as the national language and tried to force it down the throats of people in the rest of the country, it was my leader of that time, Shyama Prasad Mukherjee, who vociferously, unequivocally defended the rights of non-Hindi speaking states and made a case for those languages as well. I want to just quote two sentences from what S.P. Mukherjee, our party's founding father, had then said. India has been a country of many languages. If we dig into the past, we will find that it has not been possible for anybody to force the acceptance of one language by all people in this country. Some of my friends spoke eloquently that a day might come when India shall have one language and one language only. Frankly speaking, I do not share that view. If it is claimed by anyone that by passing an article in the Constitution of India, one language is going to be accepted by all by a process of coercion, then I say, sir, that it will not be possible to achieve. Just give me a second. This was what Shyama Prasad Mukherjee had said. Come to 1962. Atal Bihari Vajpayee was then a member of the Rajya Sabha.
Okay.
He was the first MP in the Rajya Sabha to introduce a private member's bill to introduce the Sindhi language spoken by a microscopic minority of people in the country into the 8th schedule, because we respect all languages. Give me 30 seconds more, Rahul, please. This is important.
He's a lawyer, you see, so very persuasively he'll argue for more time and then not
Rahul,
give others an opportunity.
Don't please eat my time, please. 30 seconds. It was fast
Annamalai, don't blame me. Blame him later.
It was
between both of you.
when L.K. Advani ji was the Home Minister in 2000, it was the BJP which introduced the Santhili and the Bodo languages spoken by tribals in this country into the 8th schedule. It is only under Prime Minister Narendra Modi that the revised NEP 2020 allows for freedom of choice for students to select any Indian language in the three language policy. My question to Dinesh Gundu Rao and to the Dravidian parties is, why did in 1968 as well as in 1986, when Indira Gandhi and subsequently Rajiv Gandhi both introduced the three-language policy, why was Hindi imposed?
Dr. Kanimozhi, the charge against the DMK would be that you are distorting what the BJP is attempting to do. Of course, BJP would like Hindi to be a national language, but it is not through coercion, it's not through force. They want to propagate the language, but ultimately it is down to individuals and states which language they'd like to study and teach. Dr. Kanimozhi.
No, it is not that way, Rahul. It is being forced on all the people.
How is it being forced?
In center, they come up with the ideologies of it. All the questions, all the exams should be in Hindi in all the states, and all the correspondence which comes through the government of India should come in Hindi. Even today, we get all the notifications in Hindi. Don't forget that. They do that at the center. And you know what is the state BJP, what do? And they agitate in Tamil Nadu for Hindi agitation. What kind of...
Annamalai, do you speak Hindi?
What kind of remark is this? Yes,
I don't speak Hindi for madam's
What do
information.
you think about this idea that... No, one second, let me ask him. this broad idea that Hindi should be the national language or Hindi should be spoken everywhere, including in Tamil Nadu. What do you think of it?
Sir, Hindi cannot be.
Hindi kitna acha hai?
Hindi cannot be a national language, the only national language of our country, period. Many of our leaders have clarified it. Unfortunately for DMK, they still live in the dream of 1965 when they started their anti-Hindi agitation. And they still, that is the only mantra they have every time they fail in their governance. People get angry. They wake up in the morning, they say Hindi, Hindi, Hindi. You tell me one instance somewhere in India, any minister, he said, you should compulsorily speak Hindi. When a state like Madhya Pradesh, when it brings Hindi into medical and engineering stream, why has Tamil Nadu got a problem?
It has already been done under the reign of
We told the CM, please bring Tamil as a medium of instruction for engineering and medicine, which he has brought it yesterday. So this is just a bogey. They keep saying this bogey because they failed in their governance.
No,
they
Rahul,
don't have any other
like
new story to tell.
In the reign
That
of
is the most unfortunate
the
part.
engineering colleges, all the curriculum was given an option for studying in Tamil. Way back 20 years before even what has been done today as medical science.
The number of people who
Let's
study
take that
Tamil.
into it. And what Mr. Annamalai is trying to say is every time when we are not able to perform, it is not that. Every time when the BJP is there in the center, it is they who come and impose Hindi. Right now, Tejasvi had quoted that they were the people who were against bringing in Hindi. But what has happened then and what is happening now, it's a total contradict of their own party.
Rahul, just to respond, if you look at the number of people.
See, the Congress has ruled this country for till 2008, till 2014, till 2014. We never had any problem about language issues. We formed linguistic states. So this country has grown with all multiple languages. This is never an issue when the Congress party is there. Why is this an issue when BJP comes into power?
Is exactly what we are asking.
Because of your approach.
Exactly what we are asking. While they
Because
of the way you impose things on people.
Okay.
So this is the feeling people get. So
Rahul,
unless you address the issue in a proper manner,
Rahul,
just by quoting the Constituent Assembly, because in the Constituent Assembly was a debate. In that Mr. Mukherjee did speak. I agree with him. There were many people who spoke for Hindi and against Hindi also in that debate. And finally, the Constituent Assembly decided that we cannot have one national language. So, that is what has been grown in this country, that we respect all languages, all cultures, all traditions, their eating habits, their dressing habits, the way they behave, the way they live. BJP is not for that. The way you eat is questioned. The way you dress is questioned. The religion you follow is questioned. Practices are questioned. So that is what we mean by saying you impose culture, you impose language. That is what we don't want.
Okay, I'm out of time. That's a fact, because we have a stellar panel still waiting, but what we did get to see very closely are the kind of fissures of South Indian politics. And I'm very thankful to Annamalai, to Tejasvi Surya, to Dinesh Gundu Rao. Don't do a Bangladesh or maybe, but at least you'll make it exciting. You'll make Karnataka exciting. You kind of given a walkover in Gujarat, but you'll make Karnataka exciting, and Tejasvi will have to pad up and bat as well. And Dr. Kanimozhi, thank you very much for joining us at the India Today Conclave. Thank you.